Thank you very much. So, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is a big honor for us, for me as well, to have you today here and as well in the world. We are very happy that you find the time today to share with us our future. So where do we start about the future best as maybe on the beginning in garage? 1924, the Morris and his garage became to be our beginning. That's well the reason why we are today here. Over 100 years, great story of many great looking cars. You know, when we look all this history, we can see plenty of different kind of vehicles, all facing one thing, to have fun. Cars built for passion or with passion for different kind of customers, but always for fun to drive. There are many of them. I mean, we can spend time, but that's not the reason why we came today. But there is, yes, very strong past. We can write book about it, you know, it's full of heritage. But if I put it everything in one, what do I and how do I describe it? I would say MG is joy. It is joy if I look on the product, if I look on the car. But it is as well, if I see it a little bit metaphoric, I will say it is bridge. Bridge between the young and older, between the father and son, between maybe the different kind of, let's say, cultures, different kind of peoples, different societies. MG managed one thing, to bring different kind of people together. And it was not only the past, but it's even the future, which are, for us, we are trying to bring this message to the next time. You know, when you look, for example, the old MG poster, it's showing the MGB, the GT version, and it's talking about the wings. And when you look the new car, like already you know the Cypster, it's actually even taking these metaphoric wings in the movement on the doors. It feels almost really like flying. It is, as I mentioned, the man and the machine, which was bringing the stuff together. You know, it is emotion and rationality. The question is always how much emotion and how much rationality we need in one car. And in which car we need more and less. Sometimes, of course, reflecting not only from the car and not only from the company, but it's reflecting a little bit as well our society. Everything what we do is reacting like on the mirror on what is happening out there. We are just trying to predict the future and bring the cars so that they can match in the moment when let's say, our world will move, they will be there ready to help you to grow. But we are different. You know, we have different taste, and it's good so. But not only the taste, we have as well different, of course, attitude. We don't want to be always having the same people. You know, some people would like to stand out, some less. Some want that they are visible when they drive the car, some want to be hidden. We have, as I already mentioned, different cultures. And that's something what is for us very important to always have in front of our eyes. But one thing what is important as well is the MG is not anymore just the one normal brand. MG is the world brand. Over 100 countries, over 100 years old. It's a long story. I was already today having some talk with some of you and mentioning, therefore we are in different places. For example, is design. One of the main studios is in London, directly in the, let's say, in the center, and bringing all this right, let's say, informations and as well great skills to design it something what then we all can enjoy. But as well, it is the Shanghai, the Psych design, which is as well having the MG team, which is great, full of young people, very motivated, and perfectly cooperating with the UK team, and as well in the Tokyo. My time is a little bit like traveling around, just to make sure that we all are following or creating the right thing. But today we are here in Frankfurt, and we are very happy to say that even our engineers are coming, and you will see that my two gentlemen, I mean, you came because them, not because now they designed, but because the technique. They will show you that we are very serious about the innovation, about the new technologies. And even here, we are placing some people to be sure that we are finding not answers just for us, but for all of you. So for us, it's important one thing, and this is the most important, is to understand. To understand the difference, but to understand as well the identity of each of us. So let me use one example. What is the most important, actually? If I ask you, what is probably the most important thing in our life? No, it's not car. Even if I'm a designer, I will not say it's car. I love it a lot. But it's something different. What if I say it's maybe something like this? Originally it's supposed to be crying, you know, because the first thing what comes is crying and is not smiling, but we don't want to have now the cry, we have something different. But I think you all agree, I mean, whoever is here, the mother or father, that probably this is the most important moment. Is there something better than this? I will say maybe something, yes. Now what could be better than child? I mean, car again? No, it's not car. Maybe this, if there are two. House. I have some friends which have this experience. It's very unusual, it's very unique. It's actually something very, very special. First thing what will happen, the toys, they need to be identical. Try to give the child different toy. I think you will find out very quickly. They will always want to play with the same one. There will be lots of things which will be common. Maybe we will slightly recognize small difference. But they will start one moment. The moment will start once they become to be themselves. When they start to draw or express themselves, you will find out even the same kind of looking people, they are fully different. Why I'm saying this? Because even when one segment looks like the same, even when one segment looks like, okay, this is the same culture, it might be big different. That was the reason why when we started to think about the, let's say, MG4 and MG4 urban, we said, don't be just too quick, go deeper. Maybe we need more. Maybe we need this hustle of having stress, but create two instead of one. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, when we started, we did it MG4 EV, which is the answer of everyone who loves to chase the speed. It's a, I would say, energetic car. It's powerful. It's a bit edgy. It's very squarish, has some crispy lines, and I think you all can agree, strong character. When we look at it as well from the side view, the car is getting very nice proportions. You know this car already very well. We have already 2 years on the market. You give him already lots of your time where you've been writing about it. And even this is maybe the moment where I can even say, even you are the bridge for us, because you are actually very important in terms of bringing our thinking, our dream to the customer to make it better understood. When you see, you feel it, okay, perfectly balanced, 50-50 actually in the technical description. And as well the back. Strong character, very, very, let's say, recognizable. We will say very unique. What we did, we upgraded the car, mostly in the interior. From outside, we changed only the spoiler, small things, some wheels. But now is coming the second one. I would say the soft one, the urban. The urban was born, but being inspired from not the MG4, the twin, but from somebody else. It's looking like Cyberster, inspired from the soft shapes, having charming eyes, and trying to show something what you should feel like not pressure. You should feel it like just sympathetic looking, let's say, experience. We see it on the side, the proportions, everything has soft touch, it's very, very, let's say, moving. But we have then some of our lines are very sharp, showing the precision and the quality. Continuing to the back, we can see as well something, let's say, unusual. As well like the Cypster. When you look at it in the back, front is soft, the body is soft, back pretty sharp. Why? Because of course are dynamic. Why? Because as well the character. And what we did is actually, as well like by the Cypster, even here, we hide it a little bit. We put it secretly as well, a bit of kind of message showing the, let's say, the British touch. We have in the real lights this moving of these two, let's say, diagonal lights reminding or showing a little bit more closer the British flag, the Union flag. So as you can see, the car, you already saw it, has a lot, I think, to show. It is not only the design, it is as well the proportions, it is as well all the package. But it is something what I believe will bring many people to enjoy it the moment. But for who is actually this car very good? I might say this car is great actually for the girls. I mean, we have it here actually even more, but even there, for the girls. But probably is great for the woman as well. In a way, as you know, MG is not trying to discriminate or not pushing together. Actually, this is really the car for the man and for the boy and man. It is in the end clear, no, this is actually a car for everybody. We don't try to say the edgy one is for the man and the other one is for the woman. We're only trying to say there are different needs. One is really more on the performance and the other one's performance could be maybe the family. And I think this is as well important to understand that the one answer maybe sometimes is not enough. Therefore, I'm very proud and I'm very happy that we got the support and we created two. So, but MG, as I said, stay for joy, but MG stand as well for innovation. That's now, up now, coming the moment why you are here, to enjoy it. And soon will be my two colleagues very greatly explain you cool stuff like the semi-solid batteries or even the hybrid power. But before that, I would like to use one opportunity to show you this kind of picture. Do you know what is this? Probably you know. I mean, it's very simple. It's the sun clock. It is very old, very basic, let's say, measurement of time. But what I would like to show is what do you see? Actually, for me, is as well, if I show it metaphorically, the one and the most important thing, what is on sun clock is actually now. It's immediately in the middle. This is the most important thing. What will come, we don't know. What was, it's anyway, it's past. Therefore, even when we have over 100 years of history, and we had it great time, what is important is what we do now, what we deliver. We have to always have ability to deliver. But if I will show it a little bit from different perspective, I will say, imagine that this is, let's say, my world, designer world, or maybe even your world. Usually we start with the dream. It's somewhere on the top. Today we deliver something, and what is already delivered is yesterday. For the designers, let's say, like for everybody, normal thing. But what if I will tell you today is not by everybody the same today? If I say we all live different today, you will say, okay, why? I mean, what do you want to say? What if I show you this clock? And I guess you never saw something like this, because I needed to create something what I can explain why I see different. What if the today is 2 times, or even more, maybe even 20 times? But I use it 2 times just to explain you why and what I'm thinking about it. For example, if for me, you know, the designer, if delivers something, it's definitely not what you see it here. It is what you see is what already was a little bit his yesterday. The question is only how big is the circle? How big is the middle, you know? Because when we do car, we prepare it that it become to be surprise of somebody. In that moment when you see the surprise, we are already moving. And the same is as well by any kind of stuff. When you discover something, the people which did already create it are already ahead of. Therefore, when we're talking about the premium and mainstream and talking about innovation, usually how it is happening? Usually the new things coming to the premium and later on coming to mainstream. And this is where we would like to say from MG point of view, what if we change a little bit this? What if MG bring technology which is already on the top? So, in the end, I would like to use two strong sentences of two very smart people. You can't use up creativity. The more you use it, the more you have, which is actually something very great for innovation, for designers, for everybody. More you go deeper, more fun and more you discover. But as well, there is a moment where you have to stand out. And there I use some other smart sentence from Leonardo da Vinci, which said, art is never finished. It's just abandoned. What it means, there is one moment where you have to say, and now I stand up. Not that you finish, you continue. But this is the moment. And this is the moment where I will stand up, but this is the moment where the technique will show why you came, and it will prove that it was worth it. So, Mr. Joe, it's your turn. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. And we are follow the carbon direction because director the design is front with us. So now I introduce our today the product. So please show our short video. Thank you. It's a general control system introduced.
Unlike conventional hybrid systems that focus primarily on mechanics, MG Hybrid Plus achieves the seamless fusion of mechanics and electrification, ushering in a whole new era of hybrid technology. MG Hybrid Plus deeply integrates the control system and powertrain components. As the brain of the entire system, the integrated hybrid control unit marks a leap forward from conventional distributed control. It unifies the control units of the engine, motor, battery, and thermal management, elevating response speed from the millisecond level to the microsecond level. This enables far more efficient control strategies and ultra-refined NVH performance. With microsecond level synchronization, the central brain ensures seamless coordination across the entire powertrain. Through digital damping, the electric motor can actively compensate for and cancel out engine vibrations. This drastically enhances quietness and smoothness. Featuring an exclusive 3-speed AT hybrid transmission, MG Hybrid Plus delivers outstanding high-speed fuel efficiency via direct drive. Paired with a powerful BEV-level traction motor, it strikes an ideal balance between mechanics and electrification, redefining the hybrid driving experience. Underpinning it all is a class-leading 1.83 kilowatt-hours HEV battery with a native 350 volts high-voltage platform, providing continuous and exhilarating power. MG Hybrid Plus supports 8 hybrid drive modes. It intelligently adapts to every driving condition for optimal performance, delivering outstanding efficiency, power, and quietness.
Okay. Now I take more the detail to explain the system how to work. So I will be introduced to two sections. One is mechanical plus electrification. Second one is hardware plus the software. Let me think about. Let us go back to history. So powertrain system still have three important breakpoints in the developable area. So first one, 1950. 1950, North American want to get the large vehicle and the performance. What do? They do is a V8, V12 engine, the large blockade the engine. 1975, European created the turbocharge. So turbocharger is a very good to support a small block engine with high efficiency. So they get the faster. Third one, 1997, Toyota is very lucky because the electrificate system is coming. So let's electrificate system work with the high efficiency engine and create THS hybrid. Today, 2024, MG Hybrid Plus, what we are doing? We are also lucky. High voltage electrification system plus high capacity and high voltage, the battery work with the high efficiency engine. We get two things. One, efficiency support for economy. Another one still get very good performance. So let's look at commercial hybrid system. As of today, we're still starting the commercial hybrid system. But you know, BEV is coming. We change lots. What is the change? The first one, we compare with the performance. We say, okay, commercial hybrid should be improve the weak power output. That's 1 point compared with the BEV. Second one is NAH, because we still want to get very quiet and very high performance. Okay, based on these 2 points. Mechanical and electrification. That's very important thing. We look at the engine. That engine, how can work with the electrification system together and create the two things. One, high performance, and another one, efficiency. Third one also is coming on the edge. So what we can do? Look at. So hardware plus the software. So hardware, we developed a long time, 100 years, the car. Software, you know, now is very popular with everybody. Sounds like today's AI is coming. So software also is very important how to support the hardware and the electrification system and the the energy, they can work together. So we look at the 4 subsystems. One, high efficiency hybrid engine. That's a little bit special. I will explain to everybody. Second one, high capacity and high voltage. High capacity, high voltage, how to support the mechanical system get a high efficiency. Third one, BEV teaches how get a very good performance based on the quick response, electrification, the motor, electrification system, like the motor. And one, transmission. Today, transmission a little bit different with commercial regulated transmission. That means need to put everything together, get more the high efficiency. So that transmission currently, we want to catch up this efficiency. We do lots of the work. We can catch up the, WLTP procedure, that efficiency above the 83%. So if we go to the direct driver, that means the teeth to teeth is closed. That means efficiency we can above the 93%. That's very important because they link everything together. But another one still is very important, software. But that software is a little bit different than what I think about, because that's hardware, controller. That hardware is only one MCU, take the 4 core. So 4 core will support every subsystem. Then can get a very good efficiency. Okay, we look at the next slide. So how can take the good? The first one, my mind teach me. So that is come from the very interesting guy, Jack Chen, Tai Chi, and the fast Kung Fu. So what I say, fast is good to figure out the efficiency. We look at this one. Original, our system have the 4 important controller. 1, EMS, engine management system. Second one, transmission controller. Third one, 2-motor, the 2-motor controller. And of one, very important, thermal efficiency. How to do thermal controller. So we need to put the 4 controller together. How to do that one? Communication, like a phone to phone, call to call. So they have the cable linked together. So we are based on the CAN and the CAN FD, the cable we link it together to communicate. But that one still is slow. It's microsecond. So we need more fast. So we choose the 1 MCU, take the 4 core internal communicator. Sounds like everybody plays a laptop. So how fast? The protocol change from a CAN go to the SPI protocol. So that protocol can improve the communication ratio. So they go to the microsecond level, fast, so fast. So fast can respond what? That's important. So we look at this one. That is a mechanical system, engine. We look at the blue one is slowly, right? But mode, they can very, very quickly. Another one also is very important. Teeth to teeth, how can work together? How can get the fast guy to accompany or support the slow guy? So have to do the synchronization. Because of fast, that means we are very quickly to find the accurate signal. So that signal, we can meet the teeth to teeth, the angle. So if we meet the teeth to teeth angle, that means we can do the synchronization. Okay, synchronization sounds is good. So how can support us the efficiency, and how can support us NVH? Digital damp. So digital damp, what do? They do something like this. The angle to angle, the fast guy will support the slow guy. Like a Chinese Kung Fu, the Tai Chi is small, but the fast guy can support the small guy. Then we can find the very good solution. And support the engine, get a flat torque. So if the torque is flat, that means NVH can be the support, can be improved, and also efficiency can be improved. And another one also is very important is the shift. We have 3-gear transmission, the shift. Let's look at. let's look at what's happened. Quiet. Let's hear. Elaborate. Quiet. So, bottom of the engine, we can look at gas of the water. That is flat. So the NVH is good. The vibration is small. That means efficiency is high. So how can get this one? Synchronization, digital damp, angle to angle. That's the speed can synchronize it, both sides, motor and the engine. Now, we got a little bit of dip to introduce every subsystem. 1.5 liter dedicated hybrid engine. Next slide will be say what's happened. Next one, high voltage battery, 350 volts, 1.8 kilowatts per hour. That's the battery. Then one can support lots of the EV driver condition. Third one, motor. Before I say, conventional hybrid system compare with the BEV. So everybody want to get a very good performance. What do? We choose the BEV motor. The traction motor is big. So I will be introduced, that's the motor, how big. End of one, hybrid transmission, efficiency. That one efficiency is very important because they take the engine, they take the motor, so they need to modify a propulsion motor, get a very good motor efficiency. And the transition, okay, I'm sorry, motor, the engine. Dedicated hybrid engine, that engine is only supports a hybrid. So they have a high compressor ratio, 60. That one is a huge, because large. That means it's a high compressor ratio. That means very easy to make the engine knock. How figure out this knock? Before I talk about the one thing, like the synchronization, something like that, but our MCU have a very good algorithm, the software to pick up the signal, know how early to know the knock issue. So if you can detect the knock, that means is we can use in the high compressor ratio to saving the energy. That's the first one. Second one is power and the torque. So that power is good. Hybrid engine, that power is good. 75 kilowatt at the 128 Newton meter. So that enough to support the power request and the direct drive is a torque request. End of one, thermal efficiency. That one is a big challenge. Why is this a big challenge? 41% of this thermal efficiency is that based on the number equal to 1, because the vehicle has meet the Euro 6D emission request, but also that engine also can meet coming soon Euro 7 emission target request, emission request for Euro 7. That's our target a couple years before we set up this engine. It's too fast. I'm sorry. 3-speed. So transmission, that transmission is a 3-speed automatic hybrid transmission. We set up this transmission because that project we do a long time ago. We do this project, we take a long time, more than 4 years. So why set a 3-speed? Because that's a European request. Why is all the Europe's request? High speed request. So your guys drive the car, sounds like the full pedal, full throttle. So you like fast as possible if the change line or the high speed side. So 3-speed automatic transmission, that hybrid transmission, what they are doing, because we can do the kick down. So kick down is very good to help us quickly to support this torque transfer. That's one thing. Second one, smooth driver request by the shift. So 80 clutch can help us to get very smooth the shift quality and very good to do the torque shift, get the response, upshift and downshift response. Because we have the motor to do the quickly speed synchronization and the torque shift. Motor. Couple slide before I see the motor. That is a BEV motor. 100 kilowatt with 250 newton-meter. So everybody know that one 250, what does 250 newton-meters means? Like 1.5 turbocharge the engine. So that's more, and the vehicle also set up is very large large the motor. So the motor is high, and the motor performance can be supported anyone you want it. Battery. So before we launch this project, we have lots of topic. We have lots of argue. Because 4 years before, nobody want to choose 1.8 kilowatts hours large battery. Everybody wanted saving the money. Maybe 0.7 is good. Voltage don't need to catch up with 350. We have argued. So engineering side say, no, we need to get the best product to market. So 1.8 kilowatts hour, that means is we have enough or good enough to capability. That capability good enough to support your discharge and the charge. So we look at this one. That is 350 volts. Why we set the 350 volts? Because 350 volts, that means we can quickly to saving the efficiency. Why say this one? Because current will be dropped. Because the same power, voltage is higher, the current is low, that means efficiency is high. So that's the second what we want to do. I'm sorry. So third one, maximum discharge and the maximum charge. That one is very important to support our motor, traction motor. Our traction motor setup is 100 kilowatts to 150 newton meter. Why we say this one? Because, for example, so European guy very like to choose big engine or turbocharged engine, set up a very small engine. Why? The power is good enough to support the transition, the torque, and transition the power request. So that's the reason why we're using the high then motor the power. They do the charge and discharge. That means the capability enough to support the efficiency and the top power and top torque request. End of one. That's basically what we are doing. We do this engineering the first time. We say, okay, safety is our baseline, bottom line. So we choose very important material to support the safety. 1,200, the temperature. The 1,200, the flame for the 30 minutes without a burn through. That's safety. We have enough time to protect everything happen. So that is the first GMT material be used in the whole package, whole battery pack. That's very important, and also reduce weight. Okay, let's look at. So A proportion of modes. That's it. Let me explain. The A modes, that means like we saw that the first way I created the software, that means is a 2 mode. Why I say 2 mode? One is purely electric driving mode. The second one is purely that efficiency mode. Purely efficiency mode, that means is a hybrid mode. So let me look at pure EV. So what is the pure EV? What kind of range condition what we are doing? That means if the speed below the 80 kph area, and the battery capacity enough to support the energy, that means also always can feel the EV performance. Second one is the directed driver, and the engine will through the transmission to the well. That means if the battery SOC low, that means we still can keep very high efficiency to catch up the vehicle request and the driver request. Like idle charge is very quiet. I'm sorry. So, end of one. MG Hybrid Plus, we have 3 highlights. The first one, cost, the fuel consumption. Because we have a, high capacity and high capability, the battery, and the high voltage, the propulsion system, so we can get a very good the cost, the fuel consumption, and also, also include the hybrid engine. Second one, fun to drive, because the motor is big, traction motor is big, and they can very quick to support what you want from the battery side, the power through, go to the well. So fun to drive. End of one. So you guys know, you guys have to see this glass, the top of the engine, we put a cup of the water. That's not make the high vibration. So we can achieve this library level NVH request. In the future, what is in the future? I think today to me is very simple, because outside we set up the next generation, the hybrid system, next generation, the EV system. So next generation, what we are doing? We are take more support the fuel economy and the performance, the structure. The second one is EV. So we also have an e-axle and the new EV design to support the next generation, the electric consumption will be reduced, and the performance also be approved. I'm sorry, today I'm a little bit nervous because I'm an engineer. So, and Kaban is a very good presentation before me, so I get very, a little bit nervous. So, but today my introduction is finished. But next the step is, if you guys have any question and detailed question in the meeting room, I can answer to you. Okay, now I transfer my information to our Dr. Leeson. He is an expert in the battery side. He's very good in studying in the battery chemistry. So thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Qiu Jie, for introducing me. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. It's a great honor for me to represent the MG battery technology here in Germany, the heart of the automotive industry. We are here not just to launch a product or introduce a kind of technology here. We are here to start a conversation with build on respect, the innovation, and collaboration. Now, let's start with a short video.
Today, MG marks a new era in battery technology. we proudly unveil MG semi-solid state battery. The secret is lithium-ion mobility. LFP moves ions in one dimension, NCM in two. MG's semi-solid state design opens three-dimensional pathways. The spinel cathode structure creates an accelerated channel, faster ion flow, class-leading performance. It also features a revolutionary composition, 95% solid electrolyte, forming a protective shield. With far less liquid, reliability improves by at least 20% than current batteries. This is real, already in production. In 2025, MG has achieved the first mass production of semi-solid state batteries. Looking ahead, next generation all-solid-state technology will exceed 400 watt-hours per kilogram, giving over 1,000 kilometers on a single charge. Also, charging increases by 15% in cold conditions, with 20% sharper power response for faster acceleration. Starting with the MG4 Urban, this breakthrough will soon roll out across MG's global lineup, next in Europe.
Okay, we all know that the European market is the most important market for MG brand. So today we bring advanced battery technology here in Europe. It's not only a simple product transfer. It's about empowerment. Our mission is to integrate fundamental materials innovation with the European user expectations and the industrial ecosystem to jointly design the future. So let's start with let's start with fundamental questions. What's the truly matter to our customers? Imagine if you have an electric vehicle. What you should worry about? Okay, the battery is not just a very simple component. It's not a component only, right? It's the heart and soul of the EV. It defines the entire experience. Our dialogue with our users globally tells us that everything revolves around four main core points. What's those 4 points? The first one, the range and charging. Right? The range and the charging defines the freedom to travel without limit. Second point, the all climate compatibility. Right? We still need a consistent performance from a Scandinavian winter to Mediterranean summer. Third one, the user habit. Because we all know the car is a part of life. It's about daily life. Every habit must be respect. It's about charging time. It's about acceleration performance. It's about the long-term cost. Right? The last point is the most important point is the safety. Yeah. Safety is not a feature. It's a fundamental. It's a bottom line. Right? It's about trust. So we know that all requirements from all over the world will all have this requirement. However, we also know that different regions and different areas have a different requirement because we have a different environment condition, we have a different size of the city, different users' habit, right? So that's what's that mean? That means we cannot only bring a Chinese product directly copy to Europe. We must design a new material product, designed only specially for Europe. That's what we do. Okay, let me give an introduction of our team, the MG battery development team. We are not a simple assembler. Our works begin with real materials, the cathode materials, anode materials, solid electrode materials. And our innovation path is clearly from materials design to chemistry innovation and the cell revolution to the system breakthroughs. We already achieved a marketable milestone. We all know that we have achieved large-scale production for our semi-solid state batteries last year. It means that our innovations are beyond the lab. We are ready for the global market. Okay, now let me introduce our product, the MG magnet-based semi-solid state batteries. Our battery technology, especially for Europe, this is not a simple work. It's delivering at least 3 core advantages, like here. Okay, all the revolutions lies on our cathode materials, the spinel magnet-based materials. Look at this picture. It's a unique 3 dimensions lithium iron transfer channel. Like this, it provides a very good dynamic properties for our cathode materials. If a materials such like LFP, like this one, it has only one direction of the ion conduction. And for NCM, we all know that it's like a structure, a layered structure. That means the lithium ion only can transport in the layer. Okay, that means those kind of materials, their power output will be affected. So, what that means for us? It's the dynamic cathode materials means we have a very good discharge capability. First one, fast charging. Our product is at least 15% faster than the currently LFP batteries, especially at the low temperature. And the second, the power response. Because our product, our technology have a very low DCR, the resistance is very low. So that means our response for the power output is at least 20% quicker than current batteries. And the third point is very important, the continual power output. We all know that the power output will be limited, especially under the condition of low temperature or low SOC. Even those conditions, our batteries also have over 100% discharge capability. Okay, the performance must be delivered in any conditions. Our materials, our batteries, we have like a mixed electrolytes. It's a part of solid state electrolytes and a part of liquid electrolytes. What that mean? That means the mixed hybrid the mixed hybrid electrolytes can make our ion conduction performance at a low temperature very well. And in addition, our cathode material, we have a higher nominal voltage. That means we have a more dynamic materials. Those materials can guarantee the full storage and release of energy at a low temperature. This video shows that even the temperature as low as -30 degrees, the MG vehicle with semi-solid state batteries can still establish the excellent acceleration performance. Okay, that's the safety part. Why our batteries is safety? We build a completed solid electrolyte layer on top of our cathode materials layer. That's like a shield. Think about it, it's just like a ceramic firewall. This layer physically isolates the cathode and anode side and fundamentally blocks the chain reaction leading to the thermal runaway. That means our batteries can pass any kinds of safety test, like the NEO test, like the crashing test. Our batteries shows no fire, no explosion. Okay, there's one more thing that we all know the advantage of our cathode materials. Why we cannot directly use our cathode materials in the current liquid batteries? It's about the circle life. We all know the manganese materials. Manganese elements, they have like a multivalent state kinds of materials. That means we have a John-Taylor effect. It's hard to maintain the good circle life at a liquid condition. It only can work with our solid state technologies. So that's a very small, that's a summary for us. Our battery technology, we have a high power response, all climate capability, and absolutely safety. Yeah, this is the new generation technology, the semi-state battery solution from MG brand brings to Europe. Okay, technologies need a vehicle, and innovations need implementations. Here is our clearly roadmap. First, we will deploy this semi-solid state battery in the new MG4 Urban at the end of this year. And furthermore, we not only use semi-solid state batteries in pure electric vehicle, but we will also make full use of their power response properties to complement the hybrid system developed by Mr. Qiu Jie. And one more thing, as the video mentioned, the all-solid-state batteries. Yes, our team is we are also focused on the research and development of all-solid-state batteries, and we will bring this kind of new materials, new battery technology and product to Europe in the future. Okay, for me, today is a new beginning, a story of respect, integration, and shared growth. Now, let me give the stage back to Tom. Thanks, everyone.
Okay, so everything that we've seen just now is a reflection of what we stand for as a brand. And it's something we're really proud of with our more than 100 years of rich history. Always innovating to offer cutting-edge technologies and inventive firsts. But crucially for us, we've always done this in a way that makes what we offer to our customers accessible and attainable. And we bring this to life with how we talk about our brand through our brand positioning, which we call Mainstream Maverick. We make aspiration attainable, and we do it with a charm of the unexpected. So we do things differently to delight our customers, whether that be through how we design our cars, for example, Cyberster here, or through the technologies and innovations that we bring to market for our customers, as we've just seen. And this is why we're really proud to be the first brand in the world to bring mass-produced semi-solid state batteries to market. So these batteries, as we've seen, they're solid at their core with 95% solid composition. They're solid in function, being tested at extremes and proven to demonstrate superior performance. And also solid in delivery, being the world's first mass-produced semi-solid state battery. Not a concept anymore, coming now. So solid in chemistry, solid in function, solid in reality. And we call this innovation for MG SolidCore. The MG SolidCore battery is robust, it's safe, and it's more efficient compared with other conventional batteries seen in cars today. And as we've also just heard, we'll introduce the SolidCore battery for the first time in Europe on the MG4 EV Urban later this year. As we've also seen from the presentations just now, we will be the world leader in hybrid car technology. So since we launched the Hybrid Plus family in Europe, we've sold over 200,000 models across the MG3, ZS, and HS models. And sales of these models will continue to make up a significant proportion of our sales volume over the coming years. But for us, it's the plus in hybrid which is significant, because this represents our MG seal of engineering and technological excellence. It's our hardware signature that elevates our technology through the higher battery capacity, the more intelligent engine and power management, and the more refinement in the driving experience. So, as you've seen, intelligent hybrids, semi-solid state batteries, they're no longer concepts for us, they're very much here. And this is a manifestation of not only our technology philosophy, but also what we stand for as a brand. Maverick in how we approach innovation, but mainstream in making these innovations accessible for our customers. World-leading technology, brought into reach for everyone, exceeding everyday expectations. So whether it be setting land speed records at the Bourneville Salt Flats with Sir Stirling Moss in 1957, or producing the highly popular MGB British sports car, to now becoming the first brand to bring mass-produced semi-solid state batteries to market. We pride ourselves in these innovative firsts, but crucially, as I've said, making them attainable for our customers. And moving forwards, these innovations that we're showing you today, and of course the many more to come, will continue to define our future as a brand. So we're pleased to share some of these innovations with you today at our first MG Tech event, and we plan to continue this journey through our next MG Tech Day, which will be in London in July